Yo, everybody, it's your boy BurkCrown88 coming at the YouTube video, and today, with the lineup combination that tore up the Hut community, it flipped over the world, it did everything because it gave us the opportunity to do so much, I decided I'm going to put together the best hockey ultimate team that you can simply put together outside of fantasy cards, because, I mean, ridiculous. Some of these cards are going to be ridiculous on their own, but I put together the best hockey team you could have. So let's get into it. I hope you do enjoy it. If you do, give it a big old thumbs up. But I'm going to talk you through the process while I'm building it and what the team looks like at the end. But let's get into it. So with the new lineup combination that gives you +6, there's 3 really good options out there. We're coming down to the fact that Nylander, Crosby, and Eichel is the best option, even though 2 of them are righties on your wing and you don't have a left-handed winger. We think that's the best for 2 reasons. 1, all of these cards were easily obtained without having to buy them from the auction house. If you built Eichel, you're laughing. And then you can go build Crosby and Nylander using a bunch of 79 overall cards or collectibles that you get from the store daily. So that's why we're saying this, even though it's 2 righties, we're saying this is going to be the best line because it's the easiest to obtain. If you want the righty-lefty combo on your wing, then the best combo there is going to be Matthew Knies with Crosby and Eichel. But because Matthew Knies is $500,000, and realistically you could probably get Nylander and Crosby both for $500,000, that would make this line for like a rich Hut player that wanted the righty-lefty. Now, if you didn't make Eichel because you made Austin Matthews, then another option to get that +6 will be Austin Matthews, Sidney Crosby, and Ivan Barbashev. Now, much like the top pairing, this is 2 lefties on the outside. You still get that +6, but you do get 2 lefties instead of a righty. Matthews, unlike Eichel, has 88 faceoff. So getting a +6 gets him up to 94 faceoff, but you wouldn't switch him with Crosby because that's just 3 lefties across the board. So if you didn't build Eichel and you built Matthews, that's a way to go, but you got to chase down that Barbashev. But as of right now, the easiest to obtain and the most likely to go after would be the top pairing. Now, continuing on with the best God squad, or the most Hut-rich squad you're going to see out there, the Gartner, Lindros, McDavid line is going to be the second best line you can build. Again, not only because they give you +3 AP and +2 overall, and McDavid's one of the best cards, but because all 3 of these cards are obtainable by building with no random cost to the auction house. It's just trying to snipe cards off the auction house to build them, or cards you have already. But these 6 cards are completely buildable, making them the best 2 lines to get in the game as of right now. And then going with the 3rd best line that you could get right now, we're going to stick with the completely buildable options, apparently. You could have built Pettersson, not anymore, but you probably did. You could still build Sakic, and you might have built Pasternak. But if you did build these 3 guys, these would be the 3rd best option you could get right now on your team, making your top 9, well, unbelievable at this moment with +6, +2, +2, and +3 AP. We're going to have to use our defense here to try to get us some AP, but also building the nastiest team we can build. Okay, now, creating this team, you definitely need to create a God squad when it comes to a D pairing. Now, Werenski and Coffee gives you +3 overall and 2 million salary, but they're lefty-lefty. So if you're comfortable with lefty-lefty on D, that would be the absolute best D pairing you could come across. But I don't think lefty-lefty is the way you want to go. So for me, it would come down to these 2 pairing, which still gives you that +3 to Coffee, giving him that crazy 97 speed, but they're both righties. So Brandon Montour, being a righty that offers 88 speed, but you can get him up to 91. He offers 90 defensive awareness with 88 body check. And Rasmus Andersson offers 90 speed with 89 body check and 91 defensive awareness. It would come down to, do you want 1T and second wind, or elite edges and 1T? That would be where it would come down for me. And I'm going to say elite edges is going to be better then 1T in second wind. So I would probably take Brandon Montour in this situation, but both Anderson and Montour would be a unbelievable combination here with Coffee. But I'm going to pair him with Brandon Montour. Gives him that +3, still gives him that 97 speed. And you have the option at Elite Edges if you can get that AP even on that card. We have so much AP going on here right now. If we don't start gaining AP, we're not going to be able to use all of it. So again, if you can't get to Brandon Montour and you want Anderson, scrap the AP, put Anderson there, and don't worry about it. Now, one thing we might run into with this team is money trouble. And if you do, an option, again, if you're not worrying about the AP, will be getting Damon Severson, which this card is obtainable through just building the set. So you can get the 83 Severson, pair him with the Coffee, still get that +3 and 2 million salary. Severson isn't as good. He gets down, he's 85 speed, but you can get him up to an 88. And his body checking, you can get to an 88, and his defensive awareness, you can get to an 88. But really, his perk is that +2 million if it's something you end up needing. I don't know if we'll need it, but if we do, it's nice to know it's there. All right, now this combo that you're going to see here of Blankenberg and Ray Bork is an absolutely disgusting combo because it gives you 4 extra AP and it gives you 2 overall with 5 million in salary bonuses. I don't think that is going to be like an absolute God Squad second pairing. So we'll move them down to the third pairing and we'll keep looking for that second pairing. But I think this needs to be on your team for all the boosts of the overall, the salary, and the AP. It's just too good. Alrighty-o. In building the God Squad, we're going to have to pivot here. We're going to, because we need the AP too bad. So we're going to have to pivot. We're going to have to get rid of Blankenberg and Bork. And we're going to use Pecorine and Andrew Raycroft to give us all the same perks of the 4 AP, the 2 overall, and the 5 million. That allows us to move Darlene and Carlson down and still acquire their 9 AP and give us the ability to still build the best decor. However, we only have 15 million to do it, and we still need to come across forwards. So we're going to have to figure this out, but we had to pivot to keep the AP boost, the overall boost, and the salary boost, and still give us the AP boost of Darlene and Carlson. Now, the second best pairing is definitely getting Cale Makar on your team with +1 overall and $5 million in salary. When you get Cale Makar on your team, he has 91 speed that you can get to 92, and he has 88 defensive awareness, you get to 89. Now, the problem is you got to pair him with Minnesota, so this is where you make a decision. You either go righty-lefty, and you get Boheim on your team, who would still be an 88 speed, but he's 77 body check and 88 defensive awareness. Now, you could pivot and go righty-righty and use Brock Faber, but I think if you're going to go righty-righty, even though Brock Faber has the 91 speed, he still only has 83 body check and 87 defensive awareness. You wouldn't go, because we're building a God Squad, if you are going to go righty-righty and take a lefty off your decor, you have to go Brent Burns here. Yes, Brock Faber is 91 speed that you can get to 92, and Brent Burns is only 89 speed that you can get to 90. I think you meet that 90 threshold, but you gain the physicality of Brent Burns with the 91 body check, the 90 strength, and still getting in the 85 defensive awareness with the boost and 87 stick check. But you've got Makar for your unbelievable speed, and then you've got Brent Burns for that size, and you still get that +1 overall and the 5 million salary. So when it comes to your defense, in my opinion, these are the best 3 pairings you could do, where you get that unbelievable speed out of Coffee with that +3. You get the speed with and the size with Burns and Makar. And then you also get the 9 AP from Darlene and Carlson. So I think this is the best combination. And with all the salary boosts, we're still sitting at $6 million, $5.2 million, which isn't a lot of money, but we only have 1 forward pairing to do, and that's your bottom forward. So we're going to make it the absolute best we can do while staying under the salary. So let's get into that. Alrighty, boys. We pieced together the puzzle. We got the best team, and we're going to go over it. This is single-handedly got to be the best team you can create. And not a fantasy card in sight, but let's go over it. This 4th line was a puzzle piece here, but Besser, Misa, and Jaden get you 5 AP and 8 million salary, but also give you that last card you need for Connor McDavid. And yes, this team is under the salary by 200,000, spending $117.8 million, giving you 41 AP and an overall boost to every single important player. The only one not getting overall boost is your third pairing D for 9 AP and your fourth pairing offense for 5 AP and $8 million salary. But we are using every cent we can find. So let's look at the team. Your best line is going to be Eichel, Crosby, and William Nylander. Yes, I know, righty on wings, but we did discuss that earlier. We felt like it's the best combo. And then your second best line is going to be Mike Gartner, Eric Lindros, and Connor McDavid. Unbelievable pairing. 3 AP, 2 overall. And by the way, all 6 of these cards are currently buildable, except Eichel, but you probably built him early on. We're going to cross our fingers on that one. And then sticking with the buildable Sakic and the 2 options that were buildable, Pasternak and Pettersson. They give you the 2 overall boost, and they all have great APs to activate, which we will get to in a minute. And then for the cap relief, but still not terrible, leading the charge on the fourth line will be Michael Misa, who has 88 face-off, 85 shooting, and still 84 face-off with 88 speed and 85 shooting. So this card is still really good for a fourth liner paired with Besser and Jaden. And in net, we're going to work our way up now. In net, we got Pekka Rinne and Andrew Raycroft costing you $5.8 million in salary, but giving you $5 million back, 2 overall, and 4 AP boost. And then your decor is going to consist of Brandon Montour, Paul Coffey, Brent Burns, Cale Makar, and Rasmus Dahlin. Coffey getting that 97 speed off of that 3 overall. Absolutely unbelievable. Cale Makar gets that 1 overall boost, getting him up to 92 speed to make up for Brent Burns only being 90 speed. I know only 90 speed for Brent Burns when he's massive and can hit is kind of a statement, but 90 speed on Brent Burns is still decent, and 92 speed Makar picks up for that. And then your AP line of Dahlin and Carlson, just to make sure you can activate everything. So this will be probably the best God Squad you can build up until Tuesday, when they add a new lineup combo that completely dismantles this entire team. You know, so keep that in the back of your mind that one of these lineups will possibly no longer be irrelevant come Tuesday. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the 41 AP we are going to spend on this team. Alrighty, with the 41 AP, we have spent it the best we can, which pretty much is everything. Definitely everything important, and a couple of bonuses. But we got Eichel getting quick release and elite edges. Crosby gets elite edges and no contest. William Nylander gets wheels, which is absolutely a must when he's got 94 speed, I think he is. And then Brandon Montour gets edges. Coffee gets wheels and tape to tape. And by the way, wheels on 97 speed is going to be absolutely bananas. Burns gets truculence because you have his size, his body checking, and you might as well just blow up everybody you can. And then quick release and edges on Makar. Wheels on McDavid. Unstoppable on Lindros because he's already unstoppable. When you throw that on him, it's unbelievably good. Wheels on Gardner. We currently have wheels on 2 people have wheels on both top lines right now. So that's really important with Coffey and Nylander and Gardner and McDavid. So those 2 lines are just flying out there. And then we have elite edges, quick release on Pasternak with elite quick release on Sakic, elite edges on Pettersson. We thought about unstoppable force on Pettersson, but we decided tape to tape would be more useful on the defenseman we use more with Paul Coffey. That is something you can change up. If you want to use unstoppable on Pettersson, I would probably take those 2 points from tape to tape on Coffey. But then we got nothing on Dahlin. He's the third pairing defenseman. He'll play like 14 minutes a game. And we got wheels on Erik Karlsson because it costs 2. But, I mean, it's wheels. Showstopper on Pecker and A. Always put your boost on your goalie. It really helps them out. And then quick release on that fourth pairing with Besser. Now, this is also an option here where you could take quick release off of Besser because he's going to play like 3 minutes a game, and you could bring it up and put it on Unstoppable on Pettersson. That is always an option as well. So that is 2 ability points if you don't use your fourth line at all, because, I mean, look at it. You could put Unstoppable on Pettersson. But this is going to be the best team you can build at $117.8 million, 41 AP, and 97 speed being your fastest card, 98 face-off being activated on Sidney Crosby. So what a build, and this is the absolute joy of lineup combinations, but I can't stress it enough, boys. Be careful when you're investing into this because, you know, other than that top line and even the second pairing, all these lines could easily get blown up by 1 or 2 lineup combinations that make other cards so much better. I don't see this Montour line with Coffee going anywhere. 97 speed on Coffee with wheels is elite. Even if they come up with a different lineup combo, chances are you remove the Makar line, if anything. And then with these 3 pairings here we got on our forwards, chances are this Crosby line goes absolutely nowhere. This Lindros line goes absolutely nowhere. So if another pairing comes out that's sick, chances are you get rid of the Pasternak, Sakic, Pettersson line. So that's always up in the air. You know, something could happen where maybe they drop a new Eichel card and this Eichel card becomes irrelevant. But that's always something to keep in the back of your mind. One little shift, one card, one lineup combo could take all this and make it irrelevant by Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever happens, right? So keep that in the back of your mind. But as of right now, I would say this is absolutely the best team that one could possibly build without using a fantasy card, that is. Because you could use fantasy cards to make up for money anywhere. So that is simply just the best team that you could get. Look at this squad. It's absolutely unbelievable. We had an absolute blast of a time putting it together today on stream, and I hope you enjoyed it. But what we also did was we went through the team review video, because we go through every team in the community that wants to show it off, to show the team that they have built. And if you want to be a part of that, put that in the Discord down below. The description is down below for the Discord, but that video will be out tomorrow, so you can see what everybody is putting together. Because not everybody builds unbelievable God squads, but not everybody has bad teams because they're not building this God squad. So yes, this is the best team you can currently put together. But there is other fun teams out there, and I hope you hit that sub button notification bell so you can catch them when I do show them tomorrow. But hey guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy putting together this team because it was fun. The lineup combinations are so much fun. Putting together this team was a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, ciao, ciao.